Hello, beautiful people. How are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. This is the Joffreys. And if this is your first time of seeing my video, my name is Gloria. Welcome to my channel. How are you all doing? I believe you all are doing well. As for me, you know, the way winter started, I don't know what to expect. We had a snow on Saturday. It did not look like, when it started snowing at the beginning, it come mild. But this time around, it come like, I don't know what to expect anyway. That's by the way. So in today's video, we'll be talking about identity crisis. Identity crisis and how to overcome those crises. Number one thing we have to do as a parents is grooming our children just from the little stage, telling them who they are, pumping it in their life, reminding them who they are, tell them how beautiful they are, how handsome they are, that they are matter. Tell them they matter, build those confidence in them. Because one thing I've noticed when it comes to this identity crisis is lack of confidence. People tend to lose their identity because of what they are hearing, people, the group they find themselves, what people have said to them, and they have believed it. That is one of the issue that causes this identity crisis. That is why it is important at those early stage, that formation stage of their life. It doesn't a child doesn't need to grow like 5 years before you start speaking to them. As a baby, start telling them who they are, telling them how unique they are, how important they are, tell them how perfect they are. You know why I say perfect? Yes, because everything God created is perfect. He said after his creation, he looks that everything he has done is well, and he rested. So if what God have created is not perfect, he wouldn't have rested. But everything is perfect, including that child, including you that is watching me. You are perfect. So that is why we need to remind our children at this early stage how important they are, how perfect they are. When they grow with that consciousness, you will see they will not struggle with this identity crisis we are facing in our generation or in our world today. You see, this identity crisis is one of the reasons why a grown person will wake up one day and find out that, oh, their body is not the way they ought to be. It have shifted. They want it this way. They want it the other way. They want their boob to be lifted up, or reduce, or lift their bum, a liposuction or whatever it's called, or I want my lips to be lifted and just a little bit. Is that crisis when you start hearing, oh, this is what is trending now, and someone will start telling you, oh, your mouth is like this, it's supposed to be like that. If you don't know who you are, if you don't know what you have, this thing will start to affect you unknowingly. But if you have pumped this confidence in your children, if you have reminded them they are created in the image of God, just like Bible saying in Genesis 1 verse 26, God said, let us make man in our own image, knowing that they are already made in the image of God, that they are perfect the way they are. They will not be having crisis or who they are, or what they want their body to look like, or what needs to be corrected in their body, because in them they already know they are perfect the way they are, complete the way they are. So it is important as a parents, let's look out for this. Another thing I'll be talking about concerning identity crisis: people don't know who they are. If you know who you are, you will not be all of a sudden you say you are confused. I don't understand what is going on in these days and time when someone will wake up and come saying all sorts of things. I'm sorry, I'm not here to condemn anybody. Everybody is free to believe what they choose to believe. But as for me, I'm following things the way God have made them and the way they ought to be. Okay? The way God have made them and the way they ought to be. How can someone just wake up one day and be thinking they're in a wrong body, they're supposed to be that, they are not what they ought to be. This is the identity crisis I'm talking about. So from the early stage, we can boycott all this thing our children are facing. I even pity the children, my grandchildren. I pity them. With what I'm seeing in the world today, I just imagine the kind of world they will be living in when that time comes. So let's pump this confidence in these our children. Let's remind them of who they are. The Bible says our daughters will be like the similitude of the palace. It's not your daughter one day would change and say, oh, I'm not this anymore. I think I'm that. No, that is not the will of God for them. So let's be intentional about raising these children. Let's be intentional about reminding them of who they are. Let's intentional in telling them, implanting those seeds they ought to be, telling them how beautiful, how wonderful, all the things you want, even the ones you've not seen. I made a video concerning the power of confession. Be speaking it, powerful word in their life. That thing God have destined them to be, start calling it, start speaking it in their life. So whenever they grow in the future, they will not be facing with this identity crisis I'm talking about. This society these days is not a helping matter. Social media is not a helping matter. I saw someone that I used to know. She's so pretty, the way God have made her, but all of a sudden she think like her stomach is not flat enough, and the fat should be taken from the stomach and add in the buttock so that it will be a little bit lifted. I don't know what that means. I don't know what their intention. It's just to feel those, that emptiness they feel like they have, or someone that have talked to them about or the trending thing. They will not lose the focus. Remind your children the image of who they are created on. Remind them they are perfect the way they are. Remind them they don't need to be anybody. The way they are perfect. Pump those confidence in them so they will be able to overcome this pressure of identity crisis whenever it comes on their way. Thank you for watching. I always love to know your thoughts, so keep it in the comment section. Keep me busy. I'm willing to reply your messages. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching my video, and please don't forget to share, like my video, and subscribe to my channel. If this is your first time of watching, subscribe and hit the bell button so you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. Thank you so much. I love you all. Mwah. Bye.